big news last week with QuickShare getting an update, so you can now quick share your files to iPhones and AirDrop. Let's show you how it works. Welcome back to SamMobile TV. You're here with Daniel. Today we're going to update you on the exciting news that QuickShare got updated to work with Apple devices. And the thing is, it's not just iPhones. It works with AirDrop. So any Apple device that supports AirDrop, this is going to work with. But for the benefit of this demonstration, let's just show you how it works from sending from your Samsung to your iPhone, and then how you can also go back from your iPhone to your Samsung. Along the way too, we'll sort of test out different file sizes to show speed, because I think that's important just to show you what you're in for and how it's going to work. So starting with how to turn it on. And at the moment, it only is supporting the Galaxy S26 series, so it doesn't support anything previous. But being how QuickShare is Android wide, you expect it to go back via software updates very soon. Probably going to be tied into the One UI 8.5 update. So when that drops everywhere, you'll probably start to see this everywhere as well. Okay, it lives inside the QuickShare settings menu. So if I swipe down and long press on QuickShare, you'll see the QuickShare settings menu here. When you scroll a little bit, you'll see Share with Apple devices. All you need to do is just make sure that's toggled on. Once the update is live, I'm fairly certain that's toggled on by default anyway, but just to make sure you can toggle it on, and clicking on it just shows you how it works. So it says send to an Apple device and receive from an Apple device. So it gives you the instructions there on how it works for both sending and receiving. But rather than read them out, I'm just going to show you. Both devices unlocked. I'm going to just go into my gallery and select a file. Just to show you nice and quickly, let's just pick one photo here, one of my daughter, and hit share. Now I'll hit quick share. And then what's going to happen is it's going to then look for QuickShare devices. Now, with iPhones, because they have this setting in here for AirDrop, it says contacts only. So for the time being, you won't be able to share to the iPhone because it's only going to share with other Apple contacts that are in your phone. So you've got to change it to everyone for 10 minutes. Now, trying to go into the settings of AirDrop, there is actually no way to change that to just everyone. So if I go to settings, type in AirDrop and go to AirDrop, there is actually no way to change it to everyone permanently. It is always only everyone for 10 minutes. I'll go back into this. I'll change AirDrop to everyone for 10 minutes. And then in the list here, Daniel's iPhone appears. Still weird seeing Daniel's iPhone together in one sentence or one name, but there it is. And then all you need to do is select it. And then from there, the iPhone will pick it up and it'll basically just work the way AirDrop does. And you see it receiving, you see the Samsung sending, and then the file appears on your iPhone like it was naturally meant to happen that way. Great. Love that that works. It's a real good showcase. But that's just a small file. What if we tried to send something a little bit bigger? So if we go back to the gallery and let's share this 37-second selfie video from my S26, I'll hit share. Go to quick share. The iPhone's already got everyone for 10 minutes, so it's going to stay. And then I'm going to accept. Now, in my testing so far, videos have taken a little bit longer. I guess because iPhones have probably a special communication with each other. The ultra-wideband chip is probably the big one that's enabling quicker speeds. The video is going to take a little bit longer. So you can see for a 30-second 4K selfie video clip, it is taking a little bit of time. We don't really have all day, so I'm just going to speed this process up for you so you can just see how long it will take just in a times, like 4 times or something speed. I'll just let it run through, unless I get impatient, which might happen. I am getting a little bit impatient, but I'm just going to interject here just to showcase something else. You'll notice that the Wi-Fi connection that I had on my S26 is gone. That is because it is dropping the Wi-Fi connection to the internet and creating a direct connection to the phones. So it means that even if you had no internet connection or not on the same Wi-Fi, this will still work because it's creating that direct peer-to-peer connection, which is great. It means that you're not reliant on a third-party network. The devices talk directly to each other. Okay, it's wrapping up now. You can see it's just about finished the send, and in a moment it is going to have fully transferred that file across. And once it's done, I will show you the difference from quick share to quick share, because I think it's important just to show the speed difference between the two. You can see it's complete. So I'm going to bring my Fold 7 in and move the iPhone out, and I'm going to select Fold 7. And you'll notice an immediate speed difference in how much faster this is. Again, because it's that direct brand connection, that was over instantly. So the bottleneck isn't the Samsung phone. It's not the one that's stopping it from being faster. It's a pure hardware thing. So it's not so much that it's just going to be slow because it's a slow feature. It's because the two aren't necessarily meant to talk to each other, but it's been forced. It's like a handshake the iPhone doesn't want to happen. Okay, now let's show how you can go back from iPhone onto Samsung, because you can do that now. That protocol exists. So I'll go into my iPhone, and you know what? Let's just do the same files and just see the difference. So you hit the share icon, you hit AirDrop. Now with the Samsung, it's a similar thing. You need to go into the quick share menu, and you just have to make sure you're on the receive tab. Then you've got S26 that you see there in the list, and you hit accept, and that has now sent the file across and received it again, like it was always meant to happen that way. And then just to show the difference in sharing back with a video the other way, stay on the receive tab, hit Daniel's S26, hit accept. See, the video is half a gig. And normally you'd be like, you know what, that shouldn't take too long. And you saw with quick share to quick share, it doesn't. But with AirDrop and quick share trying to talk to each other, it does be a little bit more sluggish. I'm not going to show the full speed of this one because it's roughly going to be the same as what quick share to AirDrop was, but it just showcases to you how it works. Let's cancel that. The other thing is that it does share to Macs. So if you've got a Mac or even an iPad, quick share works the same. And again, on the Mac, you need to make sure AirDrop is available for everyone. So for some reason on the Mac, it does allow you to just choose everyone. So anyone can share to your Mac. And then you just select Mac Studio, whatever Mac it is, and send it. And then AirDrop, you have to accept, and then it saves it to your downloads folder, because that's the option you should choose. Crazy. And then there is a speed difference there too. So I did AirDrop the same file, and you can just notice the difference straight away. It is much faster using AirDrop to AirDrop than quick share to AirDrop. But again, the fact that it exists and you have the capability without needing any third-party software is a great move. And I'm glad that it's been opened up to support that. And in friendship circles where people have iPhones and Samsungs, they're free to communicate with each other via AirDrop, and no one needs to be left out. Make sure you hit subscribe to SamMobile TV for more tutorials like this, where we look at how to do things on your Samsung phone in particular, now the wider ecosystem as well. Go follow us on our socials, go check us out on our website, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks.